Drop and Give Me 20 is brought to you by Germono Advertising Company. Drop and Give Me 20 is the podcast for military entrepreneurs. Each episode is around 20 minutes long, giving entrepreneurs a glimpse into the life of other successful military entrepreneurs, learning from their obstacles and gaining insight and inspiration. Podcast episodes focus on the stories, challenges, and wins military entrepreneurs have faced in their businesses. I am your host, Lindsey Germono, and thank you for tuning in. Welcome to Drop and Give Me 20. I am your host, Lindsey Germono, and I am coming on with a very short but sweet message to give everybody an update on Drop and Give Me 20 podcast. It is March 2022. We started this podcast in September 2016. We have released 77 episodes of military entrepreneurs, and we are coming to a close. I am so excited about the next chapter podcasting, but Drop and Give Me 20 has been, just such a I had no idea it was going to be, number one, as widely received as it has been, and just really what I thought was needed at the time. And it was just so well received. So I wanted to come on and really thank you for listening, and thank you for being such a huge supporter of Drop and Give Me 20. If you're listening to this, you're listening to the last episode of the podcast. And, this is not a goodbye. This is a stay tuned for what's next. Some folks that are super close to me know that podcasting, it while it's very taxing, it's so fun, and it's just such a cool way for you to build that audience. So there will be a next chapter in the podcasting realm for me. But to touch more about the Drop and Give Me 20 podcast, and in some ways, I still see some of the problems and the issues that are out there. One of them being this inability to clearly run your business when you are PCSing state to state, and the issues that occur with employing military dependents, and what that means when you're running taxes, and just things that can be very complicated. But the folks that are in the Drop and Give Me 20 podcast, we are all business owners. We know what that's like. So where I would have thought by now, we could have gotten a little bit further in that. I think that is not in the military entrepreneurship space. I feel like sometimes that is in the bigger space of taxes and running a business, and the state's not really understanding, what do you mean that employee doesn't live in that state that they're working out of? But the other thing is, really understanding that military spouses, at the time when I was considering starting this podcast, it was really a, wow, where are they? Because I wanted to meet them. And so now they're everywhere. And it's just incredible, you guys, to know how many wildly successful businesses are operated and owned by military spouses. It's just incredible. Along the way, I also made a very pointed effort to include our active duty service members who also own businesses, which is a whole other complication in itself, as well as our veteran owned businesses, because in the military community, that's really what it is. They understand, even if I'm a military spouse owned business, my veterans and my active duty service members, they understand what that's like. So it truly is a lift of all of the military that get these frustrations. But now it's 2022. There are so many groups out there. There are so many forums. There's so much change happening, not because of the Drop and Give Me 20 podcast. I would never take credit for any of the amazing work that's being done out there, but it's you're not alone. Here are all these different forums and all of this advocacy and conversations that are happening to help you run your business as a military entrepreneur. Okay, so I still think in a little piece of me is like, no, I don't want to end this podcast, but it is time. And like I said, it has just been an incredible run. I need to thank all of the listeners first and foremost, and really just, playing the episodes while you're doing whatever you're doing. It means a lot to the guests to know that you're potentially going to be looking into their business and, considering doing business with them. And even just, the guests. So I have met you guys, I can't even begin to tell you how many new friendships have formed and new business arrangements and collaborations and clients that we have gotten from Drop and Give Me 20 podcast. It is just, it's just amazing. I know that there are just over 100 people that I can reach out to and go, hey, I'm struggling with this, and they totally get it. And that's truly because they were either a guest of mine, or they're the podcast editor, or they're the person who helped me with the logo, jumped in and did the music. You guys, it was amazing. So all that to say, please, please, please take a listen to those episodes that we have released. I'm going to keep the Drop and Give Me 20 Facebook group and help, continue that as a part of a networking opportunity for those businesses that are in there. It's taken 6 years to build that up. So I can't let that go. That's going to stay. And we moderate that pretty heavily so we don't get a bunch of weirdos in there too. So, thank you guys for being such huge supporters of the podcast. I do hope that you found it enjoyable, and I hope that you will listen to some previous episodes and stay tuned to Germono Advertising Company. There is something very exciting coming down the pipeline as far as podcasting goes. That's all I'm going to say about that. And again, thank you for being a listener and a huge supporter of Drop and Give Me 20, y'all. It has been an incredible opportunity to share these messages with you. Bye, you guys. Signing off.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Drop and Give Me 20. Drop and Give Me 20 is brought to you by Germono Advertising Company, and we would love to invite you into our network of military entrepreneurs on Facebook. Just search for Drop and Give Me 20 and join the Facebook group.